welcome back friends, old and new, Deis Ferrous here. We are continuing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. We pretty much just completely wrapped up Rykad Minoris, and as we're on our way to our next objective, we had to help with some problems on the lower decks of the ship, as various members of our crew were going on strike as they weren't quite happy about some treatment they were receiving. But we are good to keep carrying on. We had a nice little talk with Abelard about the management of the ship after that. Yes, Urak 5. We got 2 quests here. Oh. Lord Captain, reporting. The heralds of the Nabis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Urak 5 being off limits to visitors, we intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Novice Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, and then you hear static and Victus's measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized, throwing off most of the readings. And we were able to ascertain that the reactor core Kick decided to suddenly jump up its volume, so I just screamed at myself. Apologies. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains: why are the esteemed navigators heralds ignoring us? Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. The Vox relays the cadent sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader, and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you'll have to look for the esteemed navigator's blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor's light your path. Alright, well, we're going with our full squad then. That's not promising. Unsurprisingly, shit is going down. Unsurprisingly, shit has definitely gone down. The wall is leading.
Pathetic
That's
work.
a lot of Oh.
You dare to argue with your master?
Excuse me.
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Paste.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
Oof.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
So it looks like we have our first fight. Probably. Prayers will not help you, servants of the damned. In the name of House Orcelio, I command you to execute the infidels. I feel like the shotgun was a bit risky. You could have domed your friend there. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. Look at all the chaos energy just sort of flowing around. I tell you, no shit's not good right now. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. 2 jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move. And the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid of in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. I came from Rykad Menoris after receiving your distress call. A call, you say? The dark pits of Felix's eyes widened in surprise. Only one person could send you this way. It must have been a vain Winterscale. Why didn't he come himself? Yet he has his hands full elsewhere. The navigator gives a thoughtful nod and then straightens up as if realizing something important. I recognize this coat of arms. You must be from the illustrious von Valentius dynasty. I'm certain you are. And since fate has brought such an important person to my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felic Christoph August, keeper of this station. So, you did not come to offer support to the traders? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Uruk 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. The navigator looks at his guards and winces. The soldiers are quivering as if their tormented flesh are being flayed, yet they keep clutching their weapons. Provide me with a navigator, and I will immediately depart the station. I do not think this is possible. Uruk 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And besides, Felic gestures at the disorder around him. You have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. Why would a keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? The blame lies with Theobald Ocelio, the second keeper of Uruk 5. The old man was a great navigator, but he could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. His madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, for he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. The Theobald I knew would have never used his powers in such a reckless manner. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I'm going to try. The warp currents in the current system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles and have worn the veil between our world and the immaterium thin and frail, at least here on the station. The ruinous powers are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. The lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who still followed the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. The Lord Navigator here is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet this station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door wide open. The suffocating grip of the Immaterium can be felt across the entire system. It is not surprising the veil grew thin here of all places. The novice noble elites can command the warp currents, but the use of their abilities wears down the barrier between the worlds. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and your soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain on the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help or indeed risk your life, you must lead now. Oh, hello. Oh, the station rumbled. Has it been doing that the whole time? I have not noticed until right now. That caught me off guard because I just started reading my response options. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet... Felic takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left. My wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chamber, you will need to make a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is a control rod of the elevator machine spheres. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement, so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. Pascal excitedly reaches for a data slate, requesting access to the object's data crypt. The Navis nobly to use independent modifications of standard sanguinary technologies due to the uniqueness of the genetic code inherent in the lineage of each house. Felix looks exhausted, but arrogant resolve bolsters his voice. And these technologies were made secret for a reason. I must respectfully decline your request, esteemed servant of the Omnisaya. You have your sacraments, and we have ours. So, how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. I guess that makes sense. So, what have you decided, descendants of the von Valentius line? Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require that House Orcelli would sign a contract with my protectorate. Felix reply sounds curt and tired. So be it. Hurry. The mistress's safety is all that matters. But should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Fair enough. Alright, let's check over this.
The whispers taught me how.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain, and the hands are fused with the improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. Interesting.
The Navis nobility
We got that
is a
over
unique
there.
part of the Imperium's apparatus.
No, we got
The
loot.
privileged position navigators occupy enables them
We'll
to
take
carry out
that.
questionable acts, which they hide behind the walls of their fortresses.
Okay, I guess we're jumping over with athletics here.
Perhaps by cultists, or as with our ship, the strike came from within.
Yeah, that's phallic. Hello, Mr. Servant. Mumbles incoherently. Fair enough. Got some loot.
Operation.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open. Oh, pleasant. Love that. I will take book.
Victory awaits.
Hello, some more
Intriguing.
goods. Ooh, meteorite junk. Interesting. Ooh, mutated flesh sample. Interesting. I'm wondering why that's going into our default thing and not our default inventory, not our ship's inventory. Grenade, I'll take one of those. Abelard stopped. Let's give you a grenade. Pascal can get a grenade, and Heinrich can get a grenade. Ripper auto pistols, Scrapper auto pistols, actually up or armor pen. It's one less damage, but more armor pen. That's kind of tempting. Nah, because you primarily have psionics for the armor pen, really. Pistol. I want to compare those. Yeah, you could take that though. That works fine. Still, yeah, You good? I'm good. Cool, cool.
A new challenge for me?
Start moving around this way. Some more loot. Oh, there's some mutant traders. Intercepted conversation between security officers. Tremendous honor. Yes, but this promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. By the god, Emperor! Well, you're a strapping lad. You'll probably make it for a cycle or three. It is worn down the better men than me. What even is the point of your brain is turned to mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that kept stealing our eye. Oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself out of a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. Calm down, Keeper Fellow. Calm down. 1 second. There we go. Calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gave us a little leeway. Unlike that fish-eyed. Be quiet. He might hear you. Well, you know what I mean. He almost busted our head because someone forgot to check the catering unit. We haven't let a single outsider in over 10 years. But Keeper Theobald keeps finding things to fret over. Imagine the shrieking if he finds out Keeper Felix didn't make us inspect the hangar after Lord Winterscale's most recent visit. Throne forbid. I try to steer clear of the squabbles among the highborn. Some of Keeper Felix's orders make a little sense, like the last time he commanded that we cut off communications with Rykad Minoris for a while. Why would he do that? It looks like he grew tired of the Winterscale Scion's visits. Well, it's always a pleasure to aid Keeper Felix. That's right. If the highborn have grown tired of each other, let them deal with it. Interesting. Okay, well, it looks like we got a fight over here. Hey, guys. Protect the child. So even though they're mutated, they still seem to understand that they need to protect the kid? Whatever that means. Hello? I think I got a little stuck. So, yeah, there we go. Just got a little stuck there. Push myself there. Abelard. Take position there. Yadira can squat up there. Argenta can't get beside me, so Yadira, you get beside me. Argenta, get there. Pascal, you can squat up there, and Heinrich, you can squat up there. That seems pretty good.
Break their morale! Weapon at the ready!
Alright. Oh! A person over there wants to fight too. Okay, I see. Interesting. Hello, sirs. Oh, that forced us out of cover, though. But...
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for
Hey
the
guys,
weak.
get down.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
Cool, we take that. That's great damage. Not on the guys that I wanted, but that's
Faith
great
without
damage.
deeds is worthless.
So, can we finish? We have a chance to finish that guy off. Yeah, let's go and try to finish that guy off. Perfect. Beautiful. That's what we love to see. Abelard get buffed. I'm gonna try to pop a shot at... Can't reach him. Can't reach him. Okay, that's fine. Go, Abelard.
Victory is imminent.
Whap. And you just start moving there.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Yeah, cool, cool. And then I still have 2 shots, so... Try to just take a shot at that guy. I have the wrong gun equipped. That's why I can't reach super far. That explains a lot. That's why I have very limited range. Oh, there's 4 more guys there. That just means grenade.
High momentum.
Idira, let's just... You kill him. You have a decent chance to, but let's analyze him just to lock that in. Well, more likely lock that in. And give Abelard some dodge. And I'll tap you. These guys are coming in.
Stay vigilant.
That's fine. Yeah, just fill in that space. That's perfectly fine by me. Pascal, let's throw in big old debuff on everybody. Nah, can I do? I would have to hit Abelard if I want to get all of them. Can I hit you? What's the range of this? 18 cell radius. Let's move you there. Now I can hit you, and that's a kill. Never mind. Analyze you. It's fine. Henrix, I actually want in melee.
I need a foothold.
So I'll move you up to this guy. And actually pop Word of the Emperor to give everyone a bit of a buff. Buff up Abelard. And swing down on this dude. Perfect. It's you tapped. Abelard's up. I mean, we're just gonna do the smart thing. Endure. Just take a wide swing at all these guys. That's my boy, Abelard. I can mark him, but I don't really need to. So we're just gonna wrap you up. You two are gonna run in. That's fine. Dude, Abelard's just absolutely goated. Like, I didn't think Abelard would be like this much of like a key player in my team, but he really is. Again. So I'm just gonna pop that.
I act.
Boop.
Doubtest
Magnum bump.
the Emperor's justice.
Beautiful.
I'll do it.
Pop of that. And I guess it's actually you tapped, really. Can I shoot that guy? I really can't?
I'll pass.
No line of sight. Where I am, really? I feel like I can see him very clearly. Hey, well, voice of command Pascal, I guess? If I move there, can I shoot this guy? Really? Still no line of sight? How? That's amazing. Like, I don't see how I don't see this guy from here. Like, unless this box is just a lot taller than it looks to be. You know, like, I should have a line of sight. There and see him? Yes, I can. There we go.
My tactics are
Might as well pop a shot on him now. Understandable. Hey, Abelard. Get him, King.
I will do my duty.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, well, never mind, King. Oh, there's that guy moving in. Adira, come over here. Analyze him. You don't need to yell that much. It's okay,
On
honey.
it.
Psychic Scream for the
Anything
guaranteed kill.
else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Crunch. And I'll increase my dodge just in case. I think someone might loop around for me. We're gonna analyze him.
Approved.
Decreases accuracy. I don't want Pascal to accidentally blast us. Oh, he's already under the effects of that.
Running binary.
We'll pop up that. And can Pascal see you? Yes, Pascal can. That's my boy. Oh yeah, that's like basically the last guy. So move in there, give yourself the buff.
Everyone, step aside.
Yeah, that's the last dude. Easy peasy.
I'm done with this one.
Gust of cold wind ruffles your hair. Come on. Loot. Last pistol, knives, shotgun, flak chest piece. Do 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 do. Go Pascal. Loot this. Pontius Siphius Galatius on the training of worthy servants in the court of the novice nobilites. Okay, collect. Give me a second. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a chance to sell a lot of this shit yet. What's this? Oh, the Flactured Blood, right. Because, like, look how much stuff I'm carrying. I've gone. Okay, let's see here. Pontius Siphius Galatius on the training of worthy servants at the court of novice nobilites. A good major domo attempts to nurture only the finest of flowers in the garden that is their master's life. Therefore, new seeds for the garden must be weeded out with the utmost care, so that the garden's trees may yield the sweetest fruits. The lessons below will help you separate the precious seeds from the vile thorns to cultivate the perfect garden for any lady navigator. A faithful servant always makes sure their mistress's rooms and garments are clean. A faithful servant will never offer their mistress the same dress presented earlier in the cycle. A faithful servant offers their mistress a glass of fresh water upon waking. A faithful servant tastes each dish and every drink before serving it to their mistress. A faithful servant will have mastered the art of styling their mistress's hair. The total time that 5 servants can spend on arranging their mistress's coiffure should not exceed 3 revolutions of the chronometer. A faithful servant lives for their mistress and gladly gives their life for her as well. A faithful servant. ... Interesting. Navigator flesh sample. Okay. Oh, this just keeps going back.
You have a highly unusual retinue, rogue trader. It is hardly surprising given your status, but still.
Thank you.
It's got even more unusual since you showed up. When did you say you'd be leaving us, by the way?
Okay. What's over here? Oh my god. Mars pattern sword. And noble silk gloves. Interesting. Well, I'll definitely take the silk gloves. Well, Nah, I should still take the silk gloves. Even if no one else has Deadeye shot. Mars pattern sword. 8 to 13, 9 to 12. I'm gonna keep his shovel as the primary. 12, 8 to 12. 7 to 11. Plus 0 psi rating damage. Hit. Should I give the psi sword to Idira then? Plus 0 psi rating. So let me see here. Psi rating doesn't seem to actually do much for her. So you can keep the force sword, I guess. Okay. Well, here's some more doors to explore. Oh, wait. Hmm? Interesting.
It's about time.
So we got a lot of doors to explore. Oh, that server didn't go insane. That's good at least. Captain Fusion H40KO. Interesting.
Done.
Statue by the famous Calaxian sculptor, the chronicler Zacharias Vernon the Magnificent. The 23rd year of this millennium original. I think we're gonna save the big door for last.
None shall stand in my way.
Mutant trader. Concerning. Hey, buddy. Protect the child. Oh, I got him. Good job, me, I suppose. Okay. Another one. H41, okay.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
A deep cut extends across the mutant's throat, and a holy Aquila has been carved into their forehead. Traders are often executed in this way. Huh.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'm not reading all that.
The machine god grants me insight.
Oh, lots of loot.
Operation successful.
I just wonder if we'll ever get a chance to sell it all, though. Long las. Ooh. I'll actually take that long las. That's really nice. Where's the sniper? Oh, there it is. Have an increased 50% overpen. This long las. It's definitely more along the lines of what I'm generally looking for. I think I'm actually gonna take that. Abelard, Set, Yadira. I should give you that. Yeah, that works. That's actually pretty nice.
Weakness.
Oh, hello, corpses. What is going on there? I don't like that. Rough, bloody sketch. A crumpled sheet of paper with a drawing of a tall woman and a dark-eyed monster, painted with fresh blood. Lovely. Okay. Oh, okay. Awaken the cogitator spirit. That's good. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. The tech priest's Vox systems emit a binaric trill, and his mechadendroids start furiously lashing at the air. I am recording blasphemy. The person found guilty of such cruelty to a noble mechanism must be sentenced to immediate destruction. Awaken the cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator's system. Request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Phallic or Celio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald or Celio, location upper chambers, status alive. Calomira or Celio, location upper chambers, status deceased. Alexius or Celio, location lower level, status deceased. Rasmus Esteban or Celio, location unknown, status deceased. The child, location upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceed the permissible limits, status unknown error. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact the station keeper on the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Examine the log. Oh, I'm not reading all that. I'm gonna have to read all that. The archive data stored in the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual log for examination. View Vox report. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282, do you copy? Several generators overheat on the lower levels. Chambers A2D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting and the recording abruptly ends. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Station officers, this is the captain speaking. We've attempted to contact the Winter Scale sign for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. The rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you're in doubt, shoot to kill. The following Vox recordings are too broadly distorted to make out even a single word. Recent entries. Incident log. Report X880. Originator. Classified. Date. Classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Oh. Oh, my poor throat. Report X886. Originator. Classified. Date. Classified. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Report X891. Originator. Classified. Date. Classified. Data expunged. Station's docking log. The log is almost completely corrupted, but you managed to recover the latest entry. Identity confirmed. Regent Aronto Orsilio. Date of visit, classified. Reason for visit, classified. Date of departure, classified. Security and life support logs. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life and a singular repeating message streams down the vid screen. Warning. Damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning. Living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning. Unable to access the station's docking system. Warning. Energy regulation system unknown error. The system will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning. Pascal casts a brief glance at the vid screen and speaks dryly. The imminent demise of this void station is affirmed. The damage to its core infrastructure has reached critical mass, at which point further degradation has commenced in a cascading configuration. View encrypted data. Something buzzes in the cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the vid screen. Required access level. Security Captain Orbab. Securing access level. Senior Security Officer. Tech use. Break through the Machine Guardian's defenses. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. The cogitator's overload processes wear unhappily. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. Excuse me. You find traces of the Purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but the list of most recent commands have been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness, now flit across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, picked, flow, disable, access code, annul, station controls, delete, activate, shuttle, self-destruct, purge, command log. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, "Only the keepers of the stations have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald has not left the child's side. Neither had I. Could it be that..." Return to the list of commands. Oh my god, I forgot that was just one of the sections we were reading. Call Rycat Minoris for help. The system cannot carry out your command despite the eager compliance of the machine spirits. But one thing is certain, the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms. Switch to the main chamber controls. The cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The side machine spirit grants you access to the station control, or at least its parts that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors on the level. The cogitator's vid screen goes dark, as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect, as it fills with static just a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing, error, 0100110111. I'm not reading all that. Is required. Pascal's Vox emits a binary trill. The spirits of this sacred machine require special purification rituals in order to restore utilization of the lingua more familiar to the citizens of the Imperium. Requesting access to the device. Go ahead. Pascal's fingers drum out a resonant crescendo on the control panel as the mechadendroids remove the metal cover and the data cord slides into the machine's innards. The cogitator's body starts crackling with electrical impulses, and the tech priest nods with satisfaction. A few minutes later, Pascal raises his hands above the machine, chants a brief litany only he can understand, and pushes the surviving stump of one of the levers. My humble prayers have satisfied this machine's requirements. Okay, main hall. The door's already been opened. Library. The door's already been opened. Adjacent compartments. Trying to open is depressurized. Technical areas. Protocol has been opened. Guard room. Already opened. Laboratory. Oh, hello. Okay, that's the main door. Cool. Cool. Return to the list of commands. Main elevator controls. If change is blocked, activate the elevator. Query confirmed. Cool. We can get moving now. End dialogue. You know, that's something I didn't actually think about. We can actually loop around.
My success is an irrefutable
Victory
certainty.
awaits.
Is that a door? No. Oh, well, there's loot there. Lore warp. I mean, we'll take it. Idira can use that. That is +3 logic. You don't need logic. You can take logic. You have a helmet. Attacks against enemies with less than 50% runes left. Immune to critical hits. Percent armor. No, I like immune to crits. That's actually really nice.
A new challenge for me?
Oh. Back of the novice nobiles. He's dead. He's just turbo dead. Hello? KO4? A biogel, black water, and unidentified acid. I'm sure collecting all this will be useful, right? Psi crystal, flesh sample.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Synthetic amniotic fluids pool across the floor. Barely discernible traces stretch to the side opposite the entrance. Ew. Well, I don't see anything down there at least, so, you know, pros and cons. The caustic stench of reagent sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wants to destroy the laboratory or find something. Okay. Let's continue this way. It's another huge thing of notes I'm not reading. Reagent flask, we don't have that. Catalyst blast. Oh, I see. It's gonna be a puzzle. Okay, hold on, let me read this one. Research notes of Navis Laboratorium Custodian Fortunata or Celio Part 12. More and more servants are being influenced by the immaterium and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from Winterscale Dynasty. I strongly recommend finally grinding the region to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Do not use acid. So we do not use... So we don't use this one. Definitely don't use this one. Okay. Don't use acid under any circumstances. Trust me. You will not like having to tend to the burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priest blessed the data crypt H41OK for the calculated number of chrono turns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. The data crypt H40KO malfunctioned over the course of our research. I should remind the Technomat to deliver this sacred mechanism to the Magos. Okay, so we do want H41. Okay. So H41. We do want that one. We want to return that one. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I want that there. And info. Experimental section. The child's influence on the psycho-emotional states of various representatives of the Imperium. Access level Orcelio T Prime. Experiment H4545-1. Subgroup Lowborn Male. Test subjects exhibit signs of acute stress. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the laboratory chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions, tears, and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal environment. The individual with the greatest resistance to the sacred child's resonance died several chronoturns later. Extensive wounds in the abdomen, presumably inflicted by a jagged piece of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own intestines. The subject's final shouts exhibited concerns over abominable tentacles and void worms, hallucinations prescribed to their own internal organs. Oh dear God. So much reading. I'm getting a lozenge after this. Experiment H454245-2. Subgroup Lowborn Female. The test subject died within an hour of entering the laboratory adjacent to the child's chambers. Most had their tongues bitten off or their jaws badly dislocated. Some test subjects lacked the physical strength to separate from the rest of the skull. Cause of death: severe head injuries caused by impacting the wall or the floor. Experiment H4545-3. Subgroup: a paralyzed patient who lost the ability to speak due to the shock caused by a manufactorium accident. Male. The test subject noted a tingling sensation in the deteriorated tissue during Regent Aronto or Celio's visit to the child. The test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune, and then attempted to address the servant who brought him food. A lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to the servant's lack of a tongue. Experiment H4545-4. Subgroup: a defective offspring of Lord P. Orcelio, pronounced unfit for studying the high arts of navigation owing to the mutation of tissues required for the installation of the obligatory augmentation that merge one's consciousness with the vessel. Additionally, they display an overall feebleness of mind. Female. The test subject mirrored the child's actions for 3 days. On the 4th day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos Cantarelli, an officer of her personal guard. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissue from her face and died from the resulting massive heart attack. The last surviving test subject was executed for attempting to contact the child. Okay. That was not helpful. Adamanting. Transducer. Huh. Did I actually do the thing? That's still there. Don't use acid. I guess try that. I don't have any reagents. Tissue. Trade flesh sample. Navigator flesh sample, I would assume? Juicer. Side crystal, probably?
Halt! I noticed something.
Crystal dust. Okay. Go to the Regent flask, and that goes in there. Okay. Oh. I don't think I did that right. Okay. What do I do now? Adamantine dust. I think I ruined it. I don't. I did I did I lose?
It's about time.
I don't think I can do anything now. Yeah, that thing just blew up. Like I read like every note. I don't think I didn't really see my
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
hello. Falcorso looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided. His wounds are tightly bandaged, and there is some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threats and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Yadira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy, they fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, the other a traitor. Tell me more. What paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like most. Thank you. I did not understand a single word. Yadira nods tiredly and glances at Felix out of the corner of her eye. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, psyker. Felix waves Yadira off and looks at you expectantly. I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. You think they are worth the life of my mistress? I have many questions regarding what happened on the station. You think they are worth the life of my mistress? Who is the child mentioned in the documents and reports found on the station? You meddled with some. You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The keeper folds his arms and shakes his head disapprovingly. The child is what the station servants called Lady Cassia. For the commoner's dirty mouths must not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it is not beneficial for all servants. See, it is not beneficial for all servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they are still able to speak. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. Felix gives an indifferent shrug. That's why they are insane. Will you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the scions of a noble bloodline? The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened to the station. Most corpses I discover were either unharmed or feeble. The warp corrupts not only the soul, but just as much the body and the mind. Mad and furious. A single servant wielded more strength than an entire squad of the mistress's personal guard. The bodyguards had their minds fogged as well, but their honed will let them hold out just long enough to destroy those who rushed in to assault them with bare hands. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems. Too many things required special access. Access only available to the keeper of the station. As I'm sure you're aware, there were two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Orcelio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that befallen Urak 5 in our noble bloodline. Sorry, all the reading's making me a little bit tired. I saw the security captain's report. Only the Keepers have access to the station systems. But Theobald stayed at his side the entire time and could not have initiated the self-destruct protocol. Which means he did it before the reports was filed. Or maybe after. Or... Felix's stern face twists in disgust. You dare to suspect me of what happened? No one is going out of his way to preserve what little there is still left? By the God Emperor, you will keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. I listened to his... Enough. I would not trust you as far as I could throw you, Felic or Celio. It really is time to end this. Felix squares his shoulders and gestures to his guards. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end of your story. Prepare to die.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Where am I? I'm there. I'm fine with that. Abelard. Let's put Abelard over here. How much health does he have? 52. Nah, we're gonna hold out in the center. Put Abelard. Can't put Abelard there. You know what, let's put Abelard over here. So Abelard can can move up here, hit those two guys. No, he can move up there, hit those two guys, and then charge him. Indira. There's one guy there, one guy there, one guy there. Let's get you some cover. Argenta. I like you there, Pascal. I don't really like Pascal's position. I'd like him to go there, but Pascal doesn't have any good cover, so I'll put you there, and Heinrich is there. Yeah. Okay, this works. That actually works really good. Go ahead, run away, Bellic.
Why did I not foresee this?
Argenta is going to pop that immediately. Mag dump this guy. Amazing job, sister.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Running gun and mag dump this guy again. Argenta, you really need to work on your aim, sister. Please. For the love of goodness gracious. Okay, he moved, so I don't need to do the swing now. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Hendrix. Buff your own strength.
Glory.
And then charge is full.
Holy terror, smite your enemies.
And chop him.
Lord Captain.
Cool, cool. And do that again.
Nothing I can't do.
It's 9 to 4, it's 9 to 4. I'm not sure what the point of this is. It's the same damage. That's him dead. Cool. Now, mag dump this guy. I will crit that guy. That's beautiful. Grants anti, there's no attack limit. Yeah, let's pop that on Abelard.
I am fear incarnate.
Move there. Swing on this guy.
One fewer
Whap.
target.
Charge this guy. Wong. And that is you tap,
It will
so
be
we'll
done.
just do that. That's cool. That actually works really fucking well. Stats, Idira. Do that. Break a lot of his stuff. And Psychic Scream for big damage at least. And give yourself some
Anything
dodge.
else?
Pascal. Just analyze that guy. Do that. Damn. That's fine. Oh, I think I actually missed Pascal with that. That's fine though. Zippy zap him. Cool. Flawless. Just charge this guy. He's still up, so smack him again.
I took care of this one.
Beautiful. And and your turn. Argenta, who's left? This guy and that guy. Move you there. Can we mag? What do you mean you can't? What? Move you there. Can we mag dump him?
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Strike with a prayer.
Eated. And it's just you now, sir. Would you like to surrender? I would recommend doing so.
Get me a target.
Move over here, Heinrich. And charge to wrap this up. That was easy. Loot all these guys. Dead shot snub revolver. Oh, you need strength 35. I don't have that, unfortunately. It's okay. Enemies targeted by the negative power stuff at -5. Red body glove. Tactical goggles. Keeper's control rod. That's actually a lot of really nice stuff. And grab that guy's loot. I just don't trust Phallic. I just simply do not trust Phallic. Oh, you need to be an navigator to equip that one. Yeah, okay, I see. Dead shot snub revolver. Well maintained snub revolver. It's a little bit of damage on the low end, but that's fine because I'm not really using my revolver all that much. Wow, you don't have the strength for it, Argenta? That's actually kind of surprising. Which means Hynix is the only one who can equip this. And, yeah, that's actually really solid. That's a really good upgrade for him. Alright. Thank you, Avalon. Go up. Oh, jeez. This doesn't look good. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet, misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense an overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Willpower test succeeded. You are enveloped in despairing grief. and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fail with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest, and you desire to turn and flee. And the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Idira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. I'm registering abnormal activity in my tear ducts. The salts being produced by my body may negatively affect the performance of my respiratory apparatus. The vulnerability must be rectified. It has been logged. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face. Argenta looks at the tall figure. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. She warily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound, similar to both a sob and the howl of a small, wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Deis von Valentius. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Unease settles over her features, and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Deus. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Hynix jerks abruptly, as if he intends to dash forward, but someone else is quicker. Oh no. Theobald Orselio. The heavy-set old man who has been kneeling nearby erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, depart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child! Lady Cassia! Where are you? Sacred child! Throne preserved! Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You! The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of the House Orselio down upon your heads. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged, it's making the whispers shake like crazy. He might just open that third eye of his. Searching the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Abelard places a hand on his weapon. I mean you no harm. I came to seek the Navigator's aid. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So who are you? Deis von Valentius, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Ooh, I did not realize Q and E rotated the screen. I did that by accident. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so House Orselio now asks the service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Theobald frowns. Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tessavoni, for she is the heir of House Orselio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Idira mutters under her breath. I want to know what happened between you and Felek. Felek is my wayward student. He came to Yeark 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like it, casting our house into the abyss, to revert the centuries-long tradition of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of our great novators, Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Novator, a patriarch or matriarch that rules over a navigator house, the figurative and often biological father and mother of the dynasty. Ah, good to know. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novator's throne. Oh, I need a drink. Give me a second. Thank you. The interrogator looks from the unconscious Cassia to Theobald. I presume this novice Novelite's house has reasons for treasuring the child out of the uncontrolled outbursts of warp sorcery. What might those be, I wonder? A young, immature navigator who likely hasn't yet completed her training. Theobald interrupts him with an indignant shout. Enough! I will not have you questioning myself or my charges within the dominion of House Orselio. Felek accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers. I never thought I would fall so low. The man looks at the unmoving Cassian and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's life were not at stake, very well, I have no choice. More proof of my innocence. I can give you my word, as a member of the Novice Nobilite. If the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you, I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from within the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. What service do you ask of me? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child, and deliver her safely to Regent Auronto, acting head of House Orselio, in the Coronas Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be well worth your effort. I know we came here for the navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Argenta looks at Cassia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing, with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. You are talking as if you expect to die here. Theobald shrugs indifferently. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felek inflicted on my flesh will never heal. Excuse me. I am dying, praise the throne. Slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. You need help. There's a Medicaid deck on my ship. But Theobald only shakes his head. No, I am the keeper of Urak 5, or I'll perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I believe I've made my decision. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. Cassia shall come with me. Good. That is good. The old man nervously licks his lips. But do allow us to say our proper farewells.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child,
I love her voice.
please listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Oh, jeez.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
A hot wave of despair that is not yours washes over you. Your palms sweat and your heart freezes in panic.
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
The crimson tears stain the Lady Navigator's white skin once again, but this time her power does not make everyone weep along with her. I regret that we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Lady Cassia, I, Deis von Valentius, rogue trader of the Imperium of Man, offer you my protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
Yeesh. Kinda sad. Oh, and we can swap her out with someone. I... I'm trying to swap out Heinrichs because I don't really need him that much. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. It is as if the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with rough and furious strokes, coming together in arcane shapes. Yeah, okay, we'll get to my ship. Yoink all that, we'll go to the lower level. pop the levels real quick before we hop on the ship. A lot of martyrs. That's just kind of nice to have. An action ability that allows resolves by +1 to the officer's next turn. So it was increased by +3. I'm gonna go with Blood of Martyrs. That's actually really nice. Oh, I can't get ballistic skill up any higher. Let's upgrade my fellowship. Abelard, my man, my goat. Slash ability, forceful strike. The heavy rock saw. We'll get you taunting screen actually. Doing my part. Select everything each other use has one less AP. That's really tempting, because I don't think I have any other warriors right now. What I think is man's finest. Base maneuvers. Fleet combat training. Presents with second weapon against the same target. That's tempting. Because that means that him and dual wielding could actually be relevant. Combat. Yeah, we'll just get that. That's pretty straightforward. Let's give you. Should we Medicaid? Then I can actually give you some Medicaid, some of the Medicaid stims. Let's get Lord Xenos. Argenta. Chance Dash. Maybe, but not through obstacles, maybe. Fire, that's tempting. The AP and MP gets 3 bonus to cover efficiency. The next time we'll use running gun. And this range burst attack will have base unified double but deals 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Only of them capable of burst fire. Yeah, let's go with concentrated fire. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's upgrade your Medicaid. I'm surprised I can't upgrade your ballistics. I really want to upgrade your ballistics. Size of excellence. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. You actually have a pretty good Medicaid value. Yeah, sure, we'll give you that. Then you are also an officer. Fair enough. Let's see what kind of equipment. Well, before I upgrade you, I want to see what kind of equipment you have. You're a psyker officer. Looks like. Celio. Auto pistol. So we'll have. If I go with you, we'll have 2 officers, 2 midlines. I do kind of like Cassia. That's better. Let's give you the Zoa pattern sword in your offhand. Two-handed scrappy auto pistol is a little bit better. I go with the last pistol though. Yeah, last pistol. I like that a little bit more. So you're an officer. You're a psyker officer. Interesting. give you some willpower, perception. Yeah, let's give you perception. This is damage by the navigator, suffer minus 11 damage, or plus 11% additional damage from any source of warp damage. That's interesting. Force, etc. That gains additional action points. Every odd turn, that gains 20 perception. Interesting. Every enemy the navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 6. That's really nice. Starts all turns, including extra turns with plus 3 movement points. All turns, including extra turns with plus 3 movement points. First ally targeted by the navigator with a single target ability. So movement points at the start of their turn. Oh my god, you just have a lot more utility than I do. With like the options you have. Ally in combat gains an extra turn. The navigator gains a stack of plus 5 roll points at the end of combat. God, between me and her, that's gonna be maxed out like turn 3. Open up the warp. All resistance tests with the willpower of the highest base gain success. If the navigator willpower is higher than their toughness, the navigator wounds are calculated according to their willpower. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, I'm actually gonna go that because that's nice utility just having her around. Takes the maximum wounds. Increased by max command is increased by plus 6. Focus. 4. That's actually really tempting. So at the end of each of the target turn, with an ability for the first time in the round, the ally 5 temporary wounds. First time in a round. Sight. Resolve used by plus 1 to the officer's next turn. She's going to go to range because that's really nice. Could get you some more willpower because you're not my main willpower person, along with Adira, I think. Actually, perception, maybe. No, we'll do willpower. Air of authority. Combat, break their ranks. So next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of adjacent enemies to the target when the ability is used. Under the voice command, they immediately make an attack of opportunity against an adjacent enemy. Targeting the one with the lowest remaining wounds. Gets an ally additional MP equal to 4. So I can only use movement points, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. Ooh. We'll have doubly effective distance. Ooh. That's actually pretty nice. Hit on the next attack, dodge on the next dodge test, and chance of succeeding the next resisting test. They're independently from each other after being successfully applied. Oh! That's really good. To an enemy, that enemy must pass a willpower resistance to become immobilized. Ooh, that could be consistent damage. On her part, though. Like, I want to wait, because I want to see how she does it without this. But that's some nice damage. Oh, that's a cooldown. So actually... like, take aim. And now we get more of these. Mind over matter. Open to the warp. Pass unscathed. Oh my god, there's so many of these. Veil of protection. Perfects. Undam the Sea of Souls. Unblinking Stare. Tonicity. Stands for every 5 bonus characters of the character equipped staff. What kind of characters is for this talent? Interesting. This is attacks against an attacks against them gain for 32% critical hit chance. Stack space is set by a critical hit. It's untraveled. Yeah, strength vitality. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. That's for sure. 'Cause focus is nice. So within his action, seal resolve. Focus is good because perception and ballistics is nice. Let's get you awareness. You are overlapping a bit with Adira. That's fine. During next turn, target deals 3 times officers are immediately removed. That gains temporary wounds. Costs -1 AP. Let's go with that. We're pretty good on that. Lore warp. I'm got Carouse and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. Oh, I actually have a low Carouse. Yeah, like that one's based on toughness, but Abelard has a high Carouse, and I doubt Abelard's going anywhere anytime soon. Let's give you awareness, probably. Yeah, let's give you awareness. And willpower or warp? Or perception? 50. Let's go. 65. Let's go perception. Sometimes benefits I'm not against 6 temporary wounds. Master's ability time getting temporary wounds on arms increased by 10% for 1 round. Attack gain 5%. 6 temporary wounds is nice. This one. Yeah, we're gonna go with Inspired Courage. And let's get some more willpower. Yeah, that seems good. I think this is good. I think. Alternatively, this ends up being a really horrible build. Oh, and you know what? We definitely gotta change our formation too, because we do not want Cassie in the front. Hello? I love the spinny chair. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously. Your breath becomes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Victus is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. There was a charm that could do that? I didn't know that was an option. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the road trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Wow. She got confidence all of a sudden. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, Then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? After a few seconds' hesitation, Cassie lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably, and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. Yeah, I'd convinced you to leave of her own free will. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders, I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Novice and perform the sacred rites. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Why do you refuse red paint? It is my habit to use the blood of my attendants so as to preserve my own. However, given the current circumstances, my own will serve even better. The blood of the Navis Nobilites is sacred, and so is more suitable for the communion ritual. Tell me more about what the ritual entails. I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirits of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. Cassia lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I use House Orcelio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts, and then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. Cassia unfurls her hand as though dropping something, but you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Arcelio never lose their course. I shall ensure that all necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. Cassia nods and thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. Understandable. Alright. Hello, Voxmaster. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge. May the Emperor's light help us all. Alright. Making progress. We have an engine here, we've replenished a lot of our people, we got a navigator back. I think there's only one last major role that we're missing, unless it was just like a lot replenishing manpower. The Voxcaster of the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence. Initiating communion ritual. You hear the exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard. Then, the stifled gasp of the Lady Navigator. The rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog, the path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen phrase lie that spring is here. The light is deadened, the great ruler is gone! The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Leave the Lady Navigator undisturbed. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain. And then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping body proclaims their fate. It appears that the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rites, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around, my brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depth of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station Urak 5. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Urak 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia, thank the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. Thank you, Victus. This will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Alright. So, what quests do we have? Not prepared for the system. Yeah, the screamed effective servitors. Shortage because of high factotum generous Donrock, who is responsible for the assets aboard the Void ship. Yeah, so it's that. And the scream. Okay, let's try to find generous Donrock. If I can. If I can leave my ship? Okay, I guess not. Heinrich, let's give you a level because we're here. Sworn enemies just good to have. Destined. Oh. Segment enemy suffer 10% more damage. Oh, that's really nice. Increased by 5%. Fire rating increased by +1 till the end of combat every time an ally uses a heroic act. Psychic Strength, the Psychic gains +5 to all characters. I'll do Edge of Dawn. There we go. Inventory. You actually might need some better armor. You have light. That is slightly better. Medium. That is even more slightly better. Cool. Cool. Take those off of you. You cannot use grenades, that's fine. Let's give you all of those, might as well. Not sure, can't do anything with that. Hit chance, critical hit chance. Yeah, I guess +5 armor, because you're primarily using Psyker stuff. I might go with the eyepiece, cause crit stuff. Yeah, cause she has natural regen, so that's actually fine. Okay, how do I spin? What did ship management? Oh, interesting. Go back to the bridge. We want to find Janris real quick, if we can. Do 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 do. We'll find Janris, talk to him, and that's probably a good spot to wrap up. Costa Sarback. Oh yeah, that is the girl from the lower decks. The officer from the lower decks. Oh, there's Cassia. Genta. Where is Janris? There's Hynix. Abelard. Oh, there we go. High factotum Janris. The corpulent man in lavish clothes bows before you, not without difficulty. The servo skull whirs over his shoulder while the fingers of his augmented hand drums against the sheaf of paper he is holding. He regards you with attentive interest through the lens of his magnifying implant. Greetings, your lordship. Janris Dundalk at your service. Um... Victus informed me of a problem with the servitors. What happened? You see, your lordship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Janris Danrock nervously pulls on his luxurious frock coat as if it were uncomfortably tight. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided to fate these servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from you, Lord Captain. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. The majority of the defective units have been delivered to one of the storage compartments pending your decision. Pascal Hanayuman expressed the desire to be present during the inspection, should be carried out. I suppose the expertise of the esteemed Magus may come in handy. I shall take a look at these servitors, but not right away. Okay, so we will open that later. For now, we're going to save and wrap up for the day. This is a very, very wordy session. So thank you all very much for coming around and hanging out. I do appreciate everyone who even gives me a little bit of their attention while I'm streaming is very appreciated. It is a huge help. I do hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their days, and I will be back same time tomorrow. Peace out, homies.